It's your boy Warlow back with another My Team video. And we got a lot of Galaxy Opals to rank, so we're just going to get right into it mainly. But this is going to be the best you can pull from the Opal option pack, the best you can pull from reward cards. And if you disagree, the truth will set you free, because this is the best tier list on YouTube. Will be the best one to help you with your Galaxy Opal mishaps, stuff like that. So first thing first, we're starting off with ranking. We're ranking Amar'e Stoudemire in D tier. I just don't think Amar'e Stoudemire at this point, he's alright. His release is still, it's just not that great, and his driving dunk is really good, but like at this point, why are you using Amar'e Stoudemire? You could just be running a pink diamond, I don't know, just diamond Pablo Banchero. Like at that point, why run Amar'e Stoudemire? It just doesn't make any sense. He's not that great in my team. I just don't think he's that good overall. Jason Richardson, S tier. Jay Rich is so good in my team. He is absolutely phenomenal. His defense is the only thing lacking, but overall, I didn't get the card because I was worried about that 100 overall Vince Carter. But he is absolutely a beast if you got him. Like, he is still, like, can create any jumper. He has a fast shot, hard to contest. He's a really annoying card to play, especially in TTO Park and Showdown. He is annoying against someone that's really good with him, knows jumper. He is really solid in my team. Next up is Paul Pierce. I put Paul Pierce in B tier. I actually really do like Paul Pierce. I will say that. I don't mind Paul Pierce. Like, I might move him to C tier later on, but I actually did not mind him using him. He has good SIGs. He has a good, like, he has that LeBron escape, I think. I'm not sure if that's, like, I know LeBron and his other player, I thought they had the same escape, but it actually was Luka's escape. I'm not sure which one. They look exactly the same. And they both work, actually. Like, Paul Pierce gets room, creates his own shot. Overall, I don't mind his leaners. Right leaner's fast. Or is that his left leaner? His right leaner. I think it was left leaner. Left leaner is like fast. And his jumper is not hard to time. I think it feels very consistent. Overall, I like Paul Pierce's game. Has really good defense. I don't think Paul Pierce is a bad card in this game. Overall, I thought he would be much worse. I just didn't expect it. Bernard King, A tier at this point. I feel like you have to go A tier for Bernard King. I want to say S tier in terms of Galaxy Opals. But overall, we have to see how this list goes. Is Bernard King better than Jay Rich to me? Absolutely not. I like Bernard King, but he's not giving you what Jay Rich gives you on the court. Like, Bernard King is really good, but he's not Jason Richardson. It's just not. Like, the way he can shot create is just crazy. Bernard King's more of a catch and shoot than a shot creation type of guy. Even with the double six, he has like the Curry escape or the Curry escape, whatever the heck it is. But Curry size up. But he's more of a catch shoot than rather being a shot creator. So I still like him a lot. It's crazy Bernard King's still A tier. He's been out for such a long time, but the way it is. Oscar Robertson at this point probably B tier, because like I said, Oscar Robertson went down. Like, is he better than Stephon Castle, who's a pink diamond you get for 25k? You have to remember that there's pink diamonds that are now in the game that you can just buy, and I think Oscar Robertson wasn't better than D Rose. Like, remember, I had my tier list and all those other point guards. I do like Oscar Robertson release. Do think me a tiny bit, but I still don't think Oscar Robertson's better than Shaw. I don't think he's over a lot of point guards, and I just can't remember on top of my list. But like, I think Oscar Robertson was just overrated, gassed up the day he came out. I just used the card too. I just don't think he's that really good. I felt like he was good offensively, but defensively he lacked, and everyone called him the best defensive point guard for no reason. He always has just been this meh. Always in this type of good point guard, but never a great point guard in this game. Oscar doesn't play with the best, and I just strongly disagree with it. So that's just my take. And now looking back at it, low-key Wade was better than Oscar Robertson, but that's just a whole different story for another day. Anthony Edwards, this stage, do not use. The card is not good. He's at this, and I like Anthony Edwards. I like his other card. His other card got to jump around quick, so I don't hate Anthony Edwards cards. But why does he have not a point guard eligibility? That makes no sense to you, okay, with the way you're doing cards, and that doesn't make any sense overall. Gordon Hayward up next, C tier. I think he's the first C tier. I think he is. I think Gordon Hayward is better than D tier. I don't think he's on B tier level. I think Paul Pierce is better than Gordon Hayward. But Gordon Hayward is on lack defensively. I just feel like when I used him, his jumper's alright. Gets the job done. I don't think he's all that, but it's just, he's in that mid category. He's just the definition of mid. Carmelo Anthony up next. I don't care what no one says. I'm ranking Melo in S tier. I love Melo. Like, I read Ty Depot's small forward tier list and didn't even have a top 10. Didn't even mention him. He has the best animations for a small forward shot creation wise. out of any, like, other than Rudy Gay, maybe Michael Beasley, he's like, maybe you could say, even then, I think they got, I think he has really good movement with him. I think he's like a top 2, top 3 movement-wise card, small forward in the game. For a card with, like, he is so good. Melo just creates, he has a good escape move. He has a good leaner. He has good Devin Booker dribble style. He really does move really in this game. It has really good movement for a Galaxy Opal card. So honestly, I like Melo's shot. I'm putting him S tier. I personally think Melo's one of the best Galaxy Opals in the game. Disagree with a wall. I don't care. James Worthy up next. I think you gotta put James Worthy at this point in D tier. Because, like, what does he offer more than Diamond Paolo Carroll? Just, I keep going back to him, but, like, what does he truly offer than even a Jaren Jackson Diamond card? Is he even better than him? Like, let's just be real. Like, James Worthy's shot was broken on day one. He just was kind of, I think we kind of gassed him up thinking he could be better. But over time, he's just not that great. Like, you can make an argument, would I rather have Xavier McDaniels at the 4 or have James Worthy? I'd rather have Xavier McDaniels at the 4. If I had to come to terms with it, like, I'm sorry, he's just not that great, not that good, and it's just the way it is. Facts. Next up, we got Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway at this point is A tier. I just don't think he's any more of the top point guards in the game, because S tier, I feel like you can be debatably one of the best top 5, but, like, now that they're shy, you got even an Austin Reeves that came out is an interesting one to rank. You know, I still like, I don't know if I like Penny more, but his shot is getting kind of slower over time. I do like Penny Hardaway a lot, but defensively, I think he's one of the best complete point guards that can defend, score. Low-key, I want to say S tier for Penny Hardaway because I really do like Penny Hardaway overall in this game. For now, we're going A tier, but I do like Penny Hardaway. I just feel like his jumper just lacks some. You want more of it overall, and that's just the way I feel. DeMar DeRozan, I just put him in do not use at this point. I always loved DeRozan back then, but now that we got cards with faster jumpers, there's no reason to be running DeRozan at this point. Like, I like his right leaner. I do like it, but at this point, you just can't use, there's no point in using DeRozan when there's now complete cards that can now shoot fast like that. It sucks. I wish DeRozan has old gen jumper just the way it is. It's just the way it is on next gen. But at this stage in the game, DeRozan just isn't that guy really anymore. Overall, even though I don't even completely hate him, it's just the way the game is now. Chris Webber, do not use. Chris Webber's just not that good in my team. Overall, he always stinks. He's not good. He was never great in my team. He should never have been ranked on your team, and he's just not it. Next up in B tier, Mitch Richmond. I like Mitch Richmond. Imagine about to get the cards. Some guy put one card in the set, I still can lock it in. Overall, Mitch Richmond has 6'5", good creation. Like, I wish he could just play point guard. He's a 6'5" shooting guard, but it's not the worst. Like, you can still get away using him. But I just wish he could play that point guard eligibility, because I really do like Mitch Richmond actually in this game, really. Because the D-Route's release with that upper, it makes his shot better than David Robinson's release. And I really do love Mitch Richmond in this game overall. So for me, I got to put Rich Richmond in at A tier. Ray Allen up next, do not use. Ray Allen is just absolutely stinks. It is what it is. I actually lost a round in TTO Park the other day again, but I was playing co-op. But okay, for that guy using him, you did a good job with him. But no, it doesn't change the fact that he still sucks. Okay, doesn't change the fact that Ray Allen just still freaking stinks in this game. I wish they made Ray Allen really good, but 2K just doesn't care to make Ray Allen ever good in this game. They rather him be Humpty Dumpty and be a garbage can. Just facts. Anthony Davis, Gym in the Game card. I gotta go probably A tier. Actually, probably B tier. Actually, I'll go A tier because, like, AD's not much different from his other cards. They're really all the same. This one has a lower wingspan, but, like, are you really for real going to be noticing it? Not really. So overall, the Anthony Davis, I'll put in A tier over. I just wish AD's shot wasn't as baited as I really want it. But I still think he's a really good Galaxy Opal if you pull him. And anybody, honestly, anybody B plus, anyone B over B, I think they're good Galaxy Opals to pull. Tracy McGrady, C tier. Like, at this stage, is T-Mac that good, though? Like, no. T-Mac is very mid. His jumper's kind of really slow at this stage in the game. Why are you using Tracy McGrady? Like, he's just not it anymore. T-Mac had his time, his moment, but it's way done now. He just doesn't play anymore. Wes Unseld, too, is a D tier. He's a 6'7" power forward at this point. And he's just undersized. What are you going to be doing with Wes Unseld? He just doesn't play in my team. Overall, not really that great in my team. And he's not going to be that good. Pete Maravich up next. Garbage. It's just, Do not use. He absolutely stinks. Undersized, 55 strength. Not gonna actually play in this. J.R. Smith up next. Probably go D tier for J.R. Smith. Like, over time, I feel like J.R. Smith is not, like, is overhated, kind of. We kind of, like, we'll respect T-Mac type cards, but then we'll hate on J.R. Smith. And I think T-Mac's a tad bit better because he's 6'8", but J.R. Smith, I don't put in do not use. I don't think he'd be horrible as shooting guard. I just don't feel like he's that bad, really. Next, we got Derrick Rose. I'm ranking Derrick Rose in B tier. I don't mind Derrick Rose. D Rose can still hoop though. Like he's still got a nice jump shot. It's just Derrick Rose. I still like D Rose. I still do. I feel like his slashing ability is still really good. Drive and dunk. I still overall do like D Rose as a card. His shot with the stick is actually really, really good. He gets nice bursts. I like him. Giannis Antetokounmpo Galaxy Opal's a hard one. Because I really don't like his jumper on normal. I just don't. I really just don't. I'm probably going to go A tier for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm probably going to get killed in the comment section. I like it. It's like, but you play one with, I might just put him S tier just so I don't have to hear the comment all section. I just really am not good with Giannis and his, like, for his Galaxy. I really like his Dark Matter. I really, really, really do. I'm just going to put him in S tier because I think he does deserve it still. I think Giannis Antetokounmpo, what he provides on the defensive end. But would I rather have Galaxy Opal AD or Giannis Antetokounmpo? And that's a really hard one to say, to be honest with you. Because I think Jaren Jackson up next is better than Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, for right now, I'm going A tier. I think Jaren Jackson, I'm only going to have a few cards in S tier. And I think Jaren Jackson's one of your best power forward Galaxy Opals in the game. And I'll make sure to put like the A tier Galaxy Opals in order for y'all wondering how I would rank it though. So like people don't ask me, oh my god, in the comment section about the tier list. I probably look at the tier list and be like, oh my god. But yeah, that's how we're gonna rank it. George Gervin up next, D tier. I just don't like George Gervin. George Gervin is a absolute trash can. And he's just not good at all. Like, I used him. I thought he was, like, maybe because tied game for a long time ago. But I used him. I didn't like him at all. I thought his jumper was slow. I felt like his animations were slow. I felt like he offered nothing nearly on the court for you. I thought he offered nothing. So, honestly, I'm moving him to do not use. He's not any good in my team. Personally, to me, he's just not. LeBron James is a S tier, obviously. LeBron is a god in this game. And I think he's better. I think LeBron... So the Dark Galaxy Opals are real good. I forgot to describe Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson's a really good shot for a good defensive power forward. He is very good in this game. Lamarcus Aldridge up next is a S tier. I really do like Lamarcus Aldridge a lot. His jumper is absolutely fire. He's not as good defensively as Jaren Jackson. I wish the defense was a little bit better, but overall, for power forward position, he has 84 speed. Especially if you have a coach, he'll be decent for you. So I think Jaren Jackson is a S tier power forward. Next up, we got David Robinson up next. I have to rank him at C at this point. I just don't like David Robinson. Go by Greg Oden. Greg Oden is so much better than him. I'm just standing on business. I will stand on business. I think Greg Oden is significantly better. Every time I use D-Rob, he bricks every shot. He's very inconsistent. Vay Vlock, who came out just not that long ago, is better than David Robinson. Let's be real. I'm ranking Vay Vlock in B tier. I actually do like Vay Vlock. And I think Vay Vlock is better. I think someone says VDKLock or Vay Diallo. I don't know how to say his name. I don't know. But I'm ranking him in B tier overall. I think he's a solid budget diamond. If you really want a budget card, he's going to be really good for you. And I think it'll be great. But I think D-Rob is just not that good in my team anymore. And I just don't really think he's that good anymore. Bob McAdoo up next. I'd put him in S tier. It's just you have to. There's going to be a lot of power forwards, small forwards, and S tier. It just is what it is. There's going to be a lot of them. It just is what it is. Like, we're just going to have to include a lot of Galaxy Opal small forwards. It's just the way it is. There's so many good ones, and you just have to put them all in S tier. We're going to have to eventually go over the top 10 power forwards, which that's going to be so hard. Because there's so many good fours in this game now. That position. Grant Hill, I don't know why people gas this man up. he is maybe one of the worst Galaxy Opals on his list. I personally think Derozan is more better than Grant Hill. Honestly, I'm probably disrespecting Derozan more than Grant Hill. Grant Hill is an actual garbage can with no jumper, no leaner, nothing to offer in this game. He has legit nothing. Like, at least Derozan has something to offer. I like Derozan more than Grant Hill, but I can't get myself to move in the D tier. I don't like Grant Hill at all. I think Grant Hill is an absolute trash can. Never was good in this game. Has been a bum. He's a scrub. He's a garbage wash man. Need to be a washer man. Just not playing basketball. The dude is awful in this game. Take your rights away, Grant Hill, because they made you a dog water garbage can shooting guard in this game. Just facts. Paul George up next. He's not much different from his paint down. I'll go A tier for Paul George. Paul George is great as he is, but you have to argue the question: he better than paint down Paul George? Is Paul George going to be better than a Bernard King? Is he going to be better than, you know, a J Rich? No, I don't think he personally is. I saw Tight people have him so high in his tier list. And I love Paul George, but we gassing Paul George up. We gassing Paul George to the maximum limit. I don't even think he ran Paul George. But Mark Price, do not use. He absolutely sucked. I had to use him for a little bit when I was on an account for a different gameplay. I forgot what gameplay. I think I was doing DLo gameplay. Or no, it might have been a different one. And he had Mark Price. And Mark Price, I shot with him, did a little stuff with him. He just wasn't good at all. Enough to hype him up. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at this point probably goes B tier. I mean, he has a 63 pointer, but I can't get myself to put Kareem in the same tier as Rose. Like, you know, I had to move Kareem up to A tier. It's just Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is better than everybody in B tier. Like, I still think he's gonna be offered more than Vay Vlock, but is he though? Vay Vlock has, like, honestly, like, higher speed. Like, does he have, like, let me look at Vay's speed real quick. Like, I'm in the fence with this one. Vay Vlock has like 85 speed. Kareem has like 90 speed, right? I mean, I think they're close, right? Kareem has about 89 speed. I'll put Kareem a little higher than Vay, just because Kareem is still gonna hoop. But I don't think it's that far off. I just don't think it's that far. So I'm gonna go A tier for Kareem. Clyde Drexler up next. I don't like Clyde in this game. I think Clyde is not better than T-Mac overall. I'm going D tier. I don't think Clyde is that great in this game. I think he's alright, but, like, I think Ruby Pink Diamond Biles better than Clyde Drexler by a landslide. You can get for like 15k coins. And he's so much better than bum Clyde Drexler. It's just Clyde Drexler just not good. His release isn't that crazy. It's kind of like, it's weird. His slashing's not that great. He's one of the most overrated cards in this game. His movement's not good. He's overrated and gassed up. He never was good also. Another card that was always gassed up. Bob need a leaky. He can sit and hit his open shots. He might be 6'9". He's not the worst in the world. Like, he can just sit and do the Mari Stoudemire roll. I ain't saying anything crazy, but he can sit and do that. We're not going to act like he won't. So, overall, I think he is C tier on his tier list. Chris Bosh up next is one of your worst Galaxy Opals in the game. We discussed this before, but Chris Bosh is absolute garbage in this game. Like, what does he offer? His jumper sucks. His defense sucks. He doesn't do anything actually good on the court. He's one of your worst power forward Galaxy Opals in the whole game. The card absolutely stinks in my team and doesn't play in my team overall. Pablo Banchero up next. Issue I have with Pablo, I'm still probably going to put him in S tier. I think you have to put him in S tier because I think he's better than Giannis. I think he's better than AD. But my issue I have with Pablo is just buy the Diamond with more Hall of Famers. That's my issue when you rank Pablo Banchero. It's just there's just so many, like, it's so hard to rank this because Pablo Banchero is just like, you buy the Diamond with badges, he's better than him. So it's like, I'm putting him in S tier because I do think he is. Just buy the Diamond more badges. He has the same defense. And I think he's really, really good. I just feel like that Diamond Pablo Banchero still holds up. And you can get him really cracked out for cheaper too. He's going to be really amazing. Isaiah McDaniels up next. I'm putting him B tier. I really do like Isaiah McDaniels in this game. You can still hoop with him. He was a free card. I don't know what they did this season going to Sabonis. But overall, I think Isaiah McDaniels is a good Galaxy Opal card. And I think he overall is really great in this game. Elden Brand. I'll put Elden Brand in C tier, actually. Elden Brand actually ain't that bad as I thought he was. Like, the more and more I play him, he be hooping. He does his job on the court defensively. He guards your guy really good. He still can do something on the court. So, honestly, over time, I don't think Elden Brand's a bad card. Okay, maybe, you was playing against him a lot more. Manu, obviously, do not use at this point. Manu, he does make some interesting shots sometimes, but like he's outdated at this point. Galaxy Opal Tatum at this point probably is going to get D. I don't think he's on the same level as James Worthy though. I put him in C tier. Like I think C tier is fine for a guy like him. He's just in that C category, mid. He had his time, he had his place, but at this point, is Jason Tatum at Galaxy Opals just not that crazy good anymore. Just overall, he's just not that good, really. So yeah, he's just not that good. Vince Carter up next. Just I went all out for that 100 overall Vince Carter, and Vince Carter don't even. I can't even shoot with 100 overall Vince Carter, to be honest. I went back to Ron Artest kind of, but after spending like $400, but and grinding all that grinding I did. I don't want to discuss it, but Vince Carter, I actually don't mind Vince Carter. Rank him C tier. I think Vince Carter good. I don't think he's better than Paul Pierce though. Like Mitch Richmond, I think Vince Carter as that Pro 2, he is a good card, but I don't think he's better than some of the other players I have in B tier, A tier. I like Vince Carter. I do like his Pro 2, but I think my levels on Vince Carter kind of went down recently. I don't think he's that crazy as I thought he was using him more, but I just don't think he is. And I mean, I got free David Robinson. Do y'all want that ranked? I'll rank it anyways. Maybe someone wants to see that, even though they're saying it's that card, but it is what it is. Kevin Durant, S tier. Kevin Durant, I like to hate on Kevin Durant. So many people do. I don't know why. He has elite defense. He has elite shot creation. I don't see the issue with KD. KD is so good in this game overall, and he's one of your best Galaxy Opals. Even with normal shot timing, he's going to be an absolute beast in it. Karl Malone, I'm just not that high on Karl Malone. Like, I'll put him in B tier. Like his 60 ball handling. I think the EV lock with my power forward position, I'd rather have him over Karl Malone. And I just don't think Karl Malone's good. He has low ball handling. He's not going to be anything that crazy. So overall, I just don't think Karl Malone is going to be that great, really. So, yeah, just don't see it. Bill Walton, he's good on Oden, but next in his release is very mediocrity. He's in the do not use category. At this stage in the game, he's just in that do not use. He's just outdated, not really good, and he just doesn't play in my team. Doesn't really play. So next up on the list, how far are we? Dear God, we have so many Galaxy Opals left. Make sure you hit that like on the video as you're going, because this is a lot of Galaxy Opals. A lot of Galaxy Opals. Dominique Wilkins up next. Probably going to rank him probably C tier. I don't think he's better than Vince Carter, so it's like, I think he's better than Clyde, though. So I think he's in the perfect tier for him. If you want him for 100K because you're a Hawks fan, go for him. Because he's not terrible, but he still can hoop a little bit. But he's just really not that good at this point. Just not that good. Alonzo Mourning, D tier. Shots way too slow at this point. He doesn't really cheese rebounds like Shaq. Jack has some cheesy things. Alonzo Mourning isn't cheese. He's just Alonzo Mourning, and Alonzo Mourning is not enough to get ranked high in the tier list. So overall, I'm ranking him at D tier. Next is the Galaxy Opal Anthony Davis, the other one. I think you have to rank him A tier. They're pretty much the same card, to be honest. Other than the wingspan, a couple other stuff, he's gonna play nearly exactly the same. So honestly, I'm gonna rank them both in the same tier. So yeah, I'm ranking them both in the same tier. Next up, we got DLo. I'm ranking DLo D tier. I don't really like DLo. I really like DLo. I haven't really liked Julius Randle using him. I just wasn't a fan of DLo. DLo was very, very, very mid. And I just wasn't a fan of him, really. Like, I felt like he held back Julius Randle in certain points of the game. And that's just what I feel like. I'm going to rank Julius Randle right now because while we're here discussing, Julius Randle, we might as well rank him. And I personally think Julius Randle is... I actually do like Julius Randle a lot. I actually do for a card. I'd probably go B tier for Julius Randle. Just because he's not better than Giannis. He's not on that, But he's really good. Like, Julius Randle is really, really good in his game overall. And I do like him a lot. Like, I really do like the card, really. I put him in A tier because we're putting it in chronological order anyways. So, I probably go Bernard King, Giannis, AD. Switch Kareem over. Switch Kareem. I think Kareem and Penny Hardaway would be right here. Julius Randle. I would rank it high. I would rank it like something like this. But yeah, I do like Julius Randle though. So overall, I like the card. Kawhi Leonard. You got to put Kawhi Leonard in S tier just because you have a shooting guard. He's one of your best defensive shooting guards in this dang game, and he is toxic as heck. So overall, when I'm ranking off of that, Kawhi Leonard has to go S tier in the Galaxy Opal tier list. He's one of the best defensive shooting guards in this whole game, and he just is overall. So yeah, I think that's just how you got to do it. Trae Young, do not use. He's fun, but that's about it. Garbage. Tim Duncan is interesting. I think at this point, you got to go A tier for Tim Duncan still. Like, you got to go A tier for him. But it's like, I think we're getting better options at the power forward position over time. But it's just, it is what it is. You got to rank off of that, and you have to do it. Will Chamberlain up next is S tier. Will Chamberlain is one of your best Galaxy Opals in the game. Defensively, grabbing boards. He's going to get the job done overall. Will just has those rebound animations that are so overpowered like Shaq does. And he is a dog in this game. You know how to use him. He's going to be really, really, really good. Jerry West, I'm putting him honestly in do not use. Because at least DLo has value with the duo. I don't see no value using Jerry West at this stage in the game. Why are you running Jerry West? Chris Paul, I just don't see any value. I think he's deep. I think he's on a level with DLo. So when I look at it that way, I just don't think you can go anything higher than that. So yeah, I let him in D tier. Next up, we got John Havlicek. John Havlicek ain't even a bad card. B tier. B tier. I think John Havlicek is not a bad card in this game. I think he can hoop really. Still bang his jumper. He's still overall a decent shooting guard, but you have to, I'll just go B tier for John Havlicek. I do like the card a lot, so yeah, cook me. But Nate Furman isn't good. I used him. He's very mediocre. Do not use category. Nate Furman has no value in this game overall, and is not good in my team. I'm sorry to break it to anybody. I have the card, have him for a while. He's not good at all in this game. Not great at all. For now, for the rest, we got to scroll down because we have so many cards now, but it's all good. It's all good. Yao Ming up next. We'll rank Yao Ming in at S tier. Amazing card. Like, you have to put Yao Ming. I feel like you have to put him in S tier. It's just like the more and more I play against him, he has to be in S tier. It's just, Yao's an interesting card that just, he's a cheese ball. But you got to put Yao in S tier. Just there are some things he gets that are really good that you kind of have to. But yeah, James Harden up next. I'm ranking him at a S tier. I'm ranking him at S tier. I think he is an S tier point guard for Galaxy Opals. He plays just like the Dark Matter. So I'm putting James Harden in at S tier. Next up, we got Zach LaVine. I think he's good too, but Zach LaVine is just a pink diamond Zach LaVine, sadly. So I'm ranking him in at A tier. I think he is a solid Galaxy Opal. I just don't think that Zach LaVine is S tier anymore. I just feel like I can't put him S tier because he's no different than the pink diamond Zach LaVine. And really, he's not an S tier point guard no more. So personally, I can't put him anywhere higher than S tier. Deron Williams up next is unusably garbage. And AI, we're not going to waste no time with them. They absolutely stink. Larry Johnson up next. Probably go C tier for Larry Johnson. Alright card, small forward position. He can still like hit his shots, do his job like Elton Brand, but he like Elton Brand, they're not nothing special about him. They're just gonna be mid. This Donovan Mitchell, we're gonna rank a hidden gem because I put him on the list by mistake. He probably come like C tier. I think the Dark Matter's way better, but I just feel like you want to use Mitchell, go ahead and use him. I'm probably gonna go B tier because like Donovan Mitchell is on that level like D Rose and Oscar, so I think you could put him in B tier. I just think the other Mitchell's so much better. Dennis Rodman, I don't think much changed on Dennis Rodman. I still really like Dennis Rodman. I still overall really like Dennis Rodman in this game. I think Dennis Rodman is really good in this game overall still. I still think his jumper just bangs threes the way he does. I still think he's really talented to get, and I think he is really, really good. So I think he is a tier in this game overall. Wembanyama, obviously, Big Wemby's S tier. He is the GOAT of GOATs. Obviously, everyone knows that. He is the best card in the game. Dang there. So, got him. You got the best card. C. Nash has sucked in this year's 2K. Joe Johnson also sucks in this 2K. And Kurylenko, I probably, in my own list, I probably would go B tier. I just don't like Kurylenko. I think he's more of an A tier for y'all's sake. For y'all's sake, but for the sake of mine, I'm ranking him based on how I feel. I think Karl goes B tier. I think some people told me in the comment section they don't think his shot's very inconsistent. I would love to know your jump shot timing because I play on set point and I feel like his jumper's very hard to time. So for me, I'm ranking him in at B tier. Next up, we got Jalen Brunson. Absolutely stinks. The bully Cousins probably falls down to B tier at this stage in the game. Feel like you can get Karl Malone, who's better than Boogie at this stage. So, well, you can't get him now, but I think Bade is better than Boogie for the price tag. I don't mind Boogie Cousins. I actually do. Boogie's quite good, but we're past that point. I feel like, you know, you got to use the best of the best. I think Boogie is a solid C. And I like Boogie. I do like him. Gasol up next. He sucks. His release unusable. Anthony Davis, really, really good, but I feel like he's going to fall in the same category. All three of these ADs play exactly the dang same. The only reason this one probably be the last because it's a lower wingspan, really. But they all play the same. It's really about what jersey you like more, to be honest. So you like the Pelicans, or you like the Lakers. It's just basically that. Rudy Gay up next. Rudy Gay is S tier. He's one of your best Galaxy Opals in the whole entire game. He is really good for a Galaxy Opal card. And he's an absolute bucket in this game. Yeet Jalen. Yeet's going to A tier. Yeet is really good. I like Yeet. I think he's a solid power forward in this game. And I think he's really good. So overall, I think he is a A tier power forward. Next up, we got Bob Pettit. I think Bob Pettit's on the B tier list. Bob Pettit is good. He's just defensively not going to hold up. But defensively, he's going to get the job done. And he's going to be very, very good in this game. So overall, I'm ranking him at B tier. Next is Patrick Ewing. Absolutely stinks. Dwight Howard isn't that great. Actually, Patrick Ewing don't stink. But it's like his jumper's so slow. I feel like at that point, you kind of have to rank him low. And I think he's in a do not use category now. Because he doesn't offer enough to like outweigh the differences. On the court, I just don't feel like he does. So I just feel like he just don't. Dwight Howard probably going in D tier for Galaxy Opals. I mean, you can still use Dwight Howard, but he's like 6'10". His jumper's not that great. I think Dwight's a little bit better than Patrick Ewing at this point, but I just don't see it with Dwight Howard. So yeah, I just don't see it. Jimmy Butler. I don't think Dwight has the bad card. I just don't see it. Jimmy Butler. This card's really solid B tier. I think I can't get him on that A tier list, but I really do like Jimmy Buckets in this game. He's a really good defensive shooting guard. Overall, a really solid shooting guard, and I think he will get the job done overall for you. Kyrie Irving, don't mind Kyrie in this game. On B tier for Kyrie. I think the same level as Oscar. I think overall off. Like Kyrie can still cluck though. He has a good jumper. I don't mind his animations. I really do like Kyrie. I don't think Kyrie is a bad card. So overall, I think he's a good card in this game. Cade Cunningham is S tier. Amazing point guard. Even if his stats barely improve, it's Cade Cunningham. He was really good his previous Pink Diamond. He still is really good. Next up, Klay Thompson. I feel like Klay just doesn't really. He's D tier at this point. Klay's alright. I just don't think I mean, Klay can still hit his shots though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he can still hit his shots more than JR. So I guess I'll go see for Klay. I still think he's mid, but overall, he is good. But it's just Elvis Hayes, do not use him. He's not good. I'm just warning that. Tony Parker, do not use. John Stockton, do not use. We don't need to just waste time with them. They all absolutely stink. Dirk Nowitzki up next. I think Dirk is C tier. I think Dirk is okay. He's not better than Bob Pettit. At this point, Baby Lock is also better. It's just their releases are way better than his. Kevin Love, interesting one. He has an alright release. Probably rank him in that C tier list as well. I don't think he's on the B level either, but because he's undersized a little bit. Bob Pettit is like a little bit, but K-Love's like 6'7". I think K-Love is alright. Just don't think he's all that. John Wall up next. Probably go B tier. John Wall's a good giver a Galaxy Opal, but he's nothing crazy overall anymore. Unless you're a big John Wall fan, there's many point guards to be using at this stage in the game. But he's alright. He's alright. Sidney Moncrief. Probably go C tier for Sidney Moncrief at this stage. I like Sidney Moncrief. Sidney Moncrief's low-key better than Rose. Probably says I'm going C tier. I'm going C tier, B tier overall for Sidney Moncrief. One of your best defensive shooting guards. It's an interesting B tier, but overall you have to go there. Ben Wallace up next. I think Ben Wallace over Ewing. Let's see. Ben Wallace. Probably go D tier. I don't think he's better than Dirk, but I think Ben Wallace is better than everybody else in F tier. I think he is. And I think he offers the job. So overall, I'm going there. I'm going F tier. I mean, D tier. Anthony Edwards. I don't mind Anthony Edwards. I'd probably go C tier. But he has a jumper on quick, slash to the rim. I just don't mind Anthony Edwards. Just wish he could play that point guard eligibility. But if we're talking about Klay Anthony Edwards, I'd probably go with Anthony Edwards. I don't mind Anthony Edwards. Sabonis has like a 50 speed F tier. Do not use Sabonis. Just do not use him. He's just not going to play in this game. Overall, Marcus Saul, I don't mind Marcus Saul in this game. I think he's a really solid person. I'd probably put him in A tier. Probably put him in A tier. Like, he's better than Vade. He's better than anybody in B tier overall. So I do like him. So I think Marcus Saul is a good card. So overall, A tier. Trae Young, absolutely do not already rank Trae Young. Excuse me, Jason Kidd. Probably go C for Jason Kidd. I can't go B tier. I feel like the guys in B tier are better, but Jason Kidd's still a good defensive guard. Just not going to dunk that crazy. I love the dunk, so yeah, it's just not going to happen with me. Darius Garland, just not it. He's just not good. Lillard, unless you're playing offline, there's no reason using Lillard at all. Offline, he's good, but other than that, not great. Kyrie Irving, playoff card. Playoff card. I just know that wasn't playoff Kyrie. I don't want to put Kyrie in the A tier because he has a jumper on quick, so he's gonna be better. I still think this Kyrie is close to the level of like where he's ranked at. I rank them both in B tier. Rank them both B tier because he only has jump shot timing on quick. I still feel like they're both in B tier. So overall, yeah, I rank them both in B tier. Tyler Hero. I grill me a tiny bit. Like, he's alright. I just don't like the card still. I still think he's not that good. He's just more like that fun card. I still rank him C tier because he's 6'5", but he's more like a fun card than the actual good card. And that's just not good. If Abdul-Jabbar has unusable shot, don't use him. Curry's undersized. Just not good in this game. His jumper gets baited 50, 100 times. It speeds up way too fast for you to green. Just not that good. Isaiah Thomas up next. He's a 6'1" point guard. I mean, I think you can probably get away with using him at D tier, but Isaiah Thomas is not that good in this game. Russell Westbrook up next. I like Russell Westbrook. I'd probably go A tier for Russell Westbrook. Overall, I like Russell Westbrook in this game. So overall, I'm going A tier for Russell Westbrook. And he gets the job done. His jumper's not much of an issue. He slashes at the rim really good. Russell Westbrook is still a good point guard in this game, and I won't let people just hate on him. Siakam's shot is kind of just broke at this point. Why use Siakam? I just don't think Siakam is he better than Bobby Leaky. Like, when you say it off of that, I don't think he is. To be honest with you, I don't think he is. Zion. I probably rank Zion in D tier. Probably Zion just slash rim power forward center version. He's just not that good. He can't play small forward. The other Zion, but he can play small forward. Rank him C tier. I don't mind Zion small C tier, but I don't even mind Zion. But him that lock that power forward is just really stupid. But it is what it is. Jaden Williams, probably go D tier for Jaden Williams. Undersized at 6'5". He has no place in this game really. He's just maybe TTL Park, but that's about it. Not gonna play. And Evan Mobley, I think, is the final. Oh, we got Baron Davis. I'm ranking Evan Mobley probably at B. Probably at B tier. Evan Mobley can still bang threes. Still hoop, but that's the highest I can go with Evan Mobley, personally speaking, in B tier. And then Baron Davis up next. And Baron Davis is a solid point guard in this game. But is he enough to get A tier? I think he's on a category with Oscar more than Russell Westbrook. But I think he is still a solid point guard in his game. And overall, I think this is a good list. And Jaylen Brown, if I didn't rank you, probably be here. Jaylen Brown is all-star. Both are not really that good. He has a good leader, but that's about it. That's about it for me. But yeah, this is the overall list. Let me know if you agree. If you disagree with this list, you maybe hate facts. But I'll move my face cam to the side so y'all can see it a little bit more better. But yep, this is my list. Let me know if you like it or disagree. This video went for 39 minutes. It's a very long tier list, but yeah, see y'all in the next MyTeam video. And give me a key.